Jai Ganesh. Hello students. Good morning everybody. Welcome to you all to my English class. Today let us learn English grammar of class 9 chapter 1, that is parts of a sentence. In this chapter we learn what is a sentence and what are the parts of a sentence, their form, function and uses. This is the fundamental of English grammar. Dear students, be careful and attentive and listen and to know about the parts of a sentence. So let us start first. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words with a complete thought. A sentence means with a sense and a tense. There must be sense and tense also. And there must be a finite verb in a sentence. Example, morning shows the day. You see, morning shows the day. Four words, group of words. And tense is there, shows is the verb, and is the tense is their present tense, and it is a finite verb, and it is meaningful also. Morning shows the day is it denotes complete meaning. So a sentence is a group of words with a complete meaning. Another example is nature is the best physician. This is a sentence because group of words and complete thought is there. So let us discuss what are the parts of a sentence. The sentence has two essential parts, that is the subject and the predicate. We can divide a sentence to two parts. As the of a human being, head is a part and the other rest part of the body is another one. So we can say subject is the head and the predicate is the other part of the body. So you see, a sentence has two essential parts, that is the subject and the predicate. So let us discuss what is a subject. A subject is the person or thing that is doing an action or doer of the action is the subject. Or the person or thing that is the focus of the sentence. You see, take the example, subject and predicate. Birds fly. Birds is the subject and the other part is the fly is the predicate. So you see, fly is the doing word or action. Who is the doer of the action? Fly. Birds. So birds is the subject. So you see, wind blows. You see, who is the doer of the action? Wind, that is the subject. So you see, man is a social animal. You see, so man is not a doer here, but man is the person. That is the focus of the sentence. Who is a social animal? Man. So man is the subject, we know. And the rest, other part of the sentence, the predicate. He is a social animal, is the predicate. So we know from the above examples that there must be a noun or a pronoun in the subject part of the sentence, that is the head word in the subject. Take the example, bad habits grow unconsciously. You see, bad habits is the subject. Here habits is the noun or head word. Okay. So I think we are clear what is a subject. So a subject is the person or thing that is doing an action, or the person or thing that is the focus of the sentence. Okay. Am I clear? So let us discuss what is a predicate. The predicate of the sentence is the part that contains the action. That means we know, we have discussed that a sentence has two essential parts. Except the subject, the rest part of the sentence is the predicate. Take the example, my dog Tommy barked at the cat. You see, my dog Tommy, the subject. We know the rest part of the sentence is barked at the cat is the predicate. So predicate of the sentence, the part that contains the action. You see, barked at the cat contains the action of barking the dog. So this is the predicate. Okay, and we know in the predicate there must be a verb. That is the most important word in the predicate part of a sentence. That is words. Okay, so let us discuss. We know from the above examples that there must be a verb in the predicate part of a sentence, and that is the most important word in the predicate. Take the example. On the top of the hills lives a hermit. We know. You see, you examine the sentence. Who is the subject here? A hermit is the subject here. A hermit lives on the top of the hills. We can write the sentence in other way. A hermit lives on the top of the hills. Okay? So, a hermit is the subject. And the other part of the sentence is the on the top of the hills lives is the predicate. You see, a hermit is the subject is at the end of the sentence. So subject can come at the beginning of the sentence. The subject can come in the middle of the sentence, and the subject can also come at the end of the sentence. And what is the predicate? On the top of the hills lives the predicate. And what is the verb? Lives is the verb, and that is the finite verb. So we know the verb is the most important word in the predicate part of the sentence. Okay. So let us, I think you are clear what is subject, what is predicate. Do the activities. Activity 1. Underline the subject in the following sentence. So take the example first. Iron is a heavy metal. You see, iron is the subject here. Why? Iron is not here, but is the focus in the sentence. So iron is the subject, and rest other is a heavy metal is the predicate. Next question you see, what you say is right. In this sentence, what you say is the subject. How and why? Because what you say is the clause, is the subject here. And is right is the predicate. Come to the next question. All rivers flow to the sea. You see, all rivers is the subject, doer of the action. Flow to the sea is the predicate. Borrowed garments never fit well. Borrowed garments is the subject. Never fit well is the predicate, the rest part. No man can serve two masters. You see, no man is the subject, and the rest part can serve two masters, the predicate. Here comes the boss. So this is something different. Where is the subject? The boss is the subject, and it comes at the end of the sentence. That means we can write this sentence in other way. The boss comes here. Okay, so here comes the boss. The boss is the subject. Here comes is the predicate. So you see, take the another sentence. Sit down. You see what is the subject? Here subject is not there. Subject is really you. Understood subject. A subject you. Here understood subject is hidden. That means sit down means you sit down. Okay. So thank you in this sentence. Subject is I. Thank you. I thank you. Okay. So I is the understood subject or hidden subject. Okay. Sweet are the uses of adversity. So do you see this sentence? What is the subject? Which one is the subject? Sweet are the uses of adversity. You see, the uses of adversity is the subject. Why? The uses of the adversity, we can write this sentence in other way. The uses of adversity are sweet. So you see, sweet is the adjective here, and are sweet is the predicate, and the uses of adversity is a noun phrase. So we know a noun phrase, or a pronoun, or a noun clause can be the subject of a sentence. So sweet is here the adjective. A adjective cannot be a subject only. So the uses of adversity is the subject and sweet air is the predicate. Okay. A barking sound the shepherd hears. You see the sentence. So is it the subject? The shepherd is the subject. The shepherd is the subject. And what is the predicate? A barking sound hears. Okay. Really, the subject here is the shepherd. And a barking sound hears is the predicate. We can write in this sentence in other way. The shepherd hears a barking sound. So the shepherd is the subject, hears a barking sound is the predicate. Okay, I think we are clear. We can find out the subject and predicate in declarative sentences or statements. So let us discuss how to find out to know the subject and predicate in interrogative sentences. We know interrogative sentences have two types, yes no questions and WS questions. So let us start with the WS questions. What troubles you? You see what is the subject and rest part is the predicate troubles you. Okay, and we if we make it its answer, this bike troubles me, or if this bike troubles you, so this bike is the subject. So what is the subject? Troubles you, the predicate. What is your name? Here predicate is your name is the subject. What is predicate? What is the answer? My name is Rajesh. Okay. So you see next question, where are you going? And you is the subject. Where are going is the predicate. Can you help me now? And you is the subject. Can help me now is the predicate. Which of these books is yours? Which of these books is the subject? Is yours is the predicate. Okay, I'm clear. I think I'm clear. And you can find out what is subject, which is subject, which is predicate in the interrogative sentences or question sentences. Okay, so let us discuss imperative sentences. We know in imperative sentences, run is a sentence and there is a subject. Who is the subject or doer of this action? Run. You. That is, run means you run. Here you is the subject and it is understood subject. It is a subject which is hidden. Stand up. The subject here is you. It is understood. Hidden. Do me a favor. You do me a favor. You is the subject here. Okay. So I think in imperative sentences, subject you is understood. Okay. Let us discuss exclamatory sentences and how do we have to find out what is subject. How wonderful. What a nice chance. These are exclamatory sentences. How wonderful. What is the subject? Subject is it. What is the verb? Is. You see, how wonderful means it is very wonderful. It is really wonderful. It is very wonderful, we can say. So it is the subject, preparatory or anticipatory subject which is hidden, and here verb is also hidden. Is also omitted, hidden. What a nice chance, the subject it is hidden and verb is also omitted. Okay. So in exclamatory sentences we can also find which one is the subject, which one is the predicate part of the sentence. Okay. So do the activity 2, underline the predicate part in these sentences. What has happened? You see, has happened is the predicate. What is the subject? Will you do me a favor? You see, predicate is you. Do me a favor. Will do me a favor is the predicate. Subject is you. What is the aim of your life? Your predicate is what is the aim of your life? Is the subject. Why? The answer may be the aim of my life is to be a doctor. Okay, so the aim of my life is the subject. So here also the aim of your life is subject. What is the predicate? What is your father? Who is the predicate? Which is the predicate? What is your predicate? Your father is the subject. In question sentences, there is sometimes the subject comes at the beginning, at the end, or in the mid. Is Mathur coming here? You see which is predicate? Is he coming here is the predicate. Mathur is the subject. Who among five children sitting there is Rajiv? Which predicate? Is Rajiv is the predicate. Who among five children sitting there is the subject. Drive him away. Here is predicate. Drive him away the predicate. So subject is here. Understood? You. Please help me. Please help me is the predicate here. What is the subject? You. Understood? You so is the subject. What a terrible sin. This is predicate here is what a terrible sin. And subject is it. And verb is also omitted. Is also omitted. How old is Ramesh? Here, how old is the predicate? And Ramesh is the subject. Okay. I think you are clear. You can find out which one is subject, which one is a predicate. Let us discuss the parts of speech. Words are divided into different kinds of classes called parts of speech according to their use in a sentence. The parts of a speech are 8 in number. Okay. So words are when used in the sentences become parts of the speech. And we can say according to their use in a sentence. Okay. So the parts of speech are 8 in number. First is noun, we know. The naming words. Take the example. Pupun is a tall boy. Pupun is the noun. And pronoun, noun replacer. She is a nurse. She is a pronoun. Adjective, we know, noun describer. And he is a brave boy. Brave is the adjective. Verb, action word, doing word. Time flies fast. Flies is the verb. Adverb, verb modifier. Adverb, Priyanka walks slowly. Slowly is the adverb. Preposition, the relation word. The book is on the table. On is the preposition. Conjunction, two and two are four. And is the conjunction. Joining words. Interjection, and exclamation words. Alas, she's dead. Alas is the interjection. Okay. So let us discuss parts of speech one by one. First, let us discuss noun. What is noun? Nouns are the naming words naming a person or an object, a material, a quality, or a feeling. Okay. So what is noun? Every name is called a noun. Field and fountain, street and town. In this rhyme, we know first line is the definition. Every name is called a noun. And second line contains the examples. Field, fountain, street and town are the examples of nouns. So every name is called a noun. Field and fountain, street and town. You see, they take the examples. The sun shines bright. The sun is the noun here, the naming words. Kolkata is on the Hooghly. Kolkata is the noun and Hooghly is the noun also. Okay. So let us discuss types of nouns we know and we know but we have to remember, we have to practice. Common noun, the boys are naughty. Common noun because it refers to a race. The boys are naughty. Proper noun, so Antarctica is a continent without country. That means the names of persons. Proper names are proper nouns. Collective nouns means the army is called in to control the right. The committee are divided in their opinion because a group of words go together. That is family. Our family is rich. Our family lives in Jajpur. His family are high educated. That is collective noun. Material noun we know. Iron is a heavy metal. Iron is a material noun. Coal, iron, chromite, chrosite like this. Then abstract nouns, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So beauty is the abstract noun. Okay. Honest is the best policy. Honest is an abstract noun. So another classification of nouns is countable and uncountable. Countable nouns are those that refer to something that can be counted. They have either singular or plural forms. Boy, boys, cat, cats are the countable nouns because they can be counted and they do have both singular and plural forms. But uncountable nouns or what are the uncountables? Uncountable nouns or mass nouns. The other name of uncountable nouns is the mass nouns. Do not typically refer to things that can be counted, and so they do not regularly have a plural form. Okay, so water is scarce in deserts. Water is the uncountable noun because there is no plural form of water and we can't count, so water is uncountable. Wood has become a rare item. Wood is also uncountable because we can't count and it does not have a plural form also. Okay, so let us discuss pronoun. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun, that is, noun replacer, we can say. In place of noun, pronoun stands as he and she clap their hands. First stanza, the first line of this stanza or the rhyme is in place of noun, pronoun stands means a pronoun is a noun replacer. It can stand in place of a noun. It can be used in place of a noun. Second line is the example as he and she are the examples. As he and she clap their hands. Okay. In place of noun, pronoun stands as he and she clap their hands. Take the example. John is absent because he is ill. You see, he is used in place of for John. So he is the pronoun. He himself served the guest. He is the pronoun. Himself is also pronoun. Okay. So let us discuss adjective. What is adjective? Adjective means a noun describer, noun qualifier. An adjective is a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun. We can say adjective is a word which can qualify a noun, which can describe a noun, noun describer or noun qualifier. The adjectives describe things as magic wand and bridal rings. The adjectives describe things as magic wand and bridal rings. You see, first line of this rhyme is carries the definition. Adjectives describe things or beings, living beings or non-living things. As magic wand and bridal rings, magic is the adjective because it well describes wand, and bridal is the adjective because it describes rings. It qualifies. It describes. Okay. So the adjectives describe things as magic wand and bridal rings. Take the other examples. It is a rainy day. A rainy is the adjective here because it qualifies the noun day. Abhishek feels sick. Sick is the adjective. Who is sick? Abhishek is sick. The adjective. Okay. So let us discuss verb. A verb we know, a doing word or an action word. A verb is a word used to express an action or a state. Verb is a doing word. An action word. Take the rhyme. Verb means action, something done to read and write, to jump and run. Here verb means action, something done. Action word, doing word. Example in the second line of this rhyme: to read, to write, to jump, and to run are the examples of verbs. Okay, verb means action, something done. To read and write, to jump and run. Okay, take the examples of verbs. Rekha dances well. Dances is the verb here. Shipun reads well. Reads is the verb here. Donna walks slowly. Walks is the verb here. So let us discuss types of verbs, activity verbs. Example: dance, sing, play, smile, act, cut, wash, draw, cook, etc. A lot. The verbs which shows the activity or action or work, those are activity verbs, are in large numbers. My mother is cooking at home. We are playing. She is dancing. They are writing. He is working. So these are activity verbs. So let us discuss mental verbs. Mental verbs means not action, but something of mind. I think, want, know, love, hear, feel, read, remember, see, suppose, like. They do not need any activity, or we can say. So I do not think it will rain. Think is the mental verb. So we can't say I am thinking. It is non-progressive also. I know it is wrong. No is the mental verb. We can't make it progressive. I am knowing no. I know it is wrong. Okay. So let us discuss other communicative verbs as ask, say, call, tell, speak, talk, describe, write, suggest, thank, etc. These are the examples of communicative verbs. Example: Manu said, you have to start early. Said is the communicative verb. Hey, stop there, he shouted. Shouted is the communicative verb. Then verbs of aspect: keep, continue, begin, start, stop, etc. At the examples of verbs of aspect, that means keep on talking. The boy started running. Aspect: started running. He began to work. He stopped working in the fields. Okay. So these are the different kinds of verbs we have discussed already. So let us discuss adverb. What is adverb? Adverb. The adverb is a word used to add something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another verb. Adverb. Okay. You see, that means an adverb is a verb modifier, an adjective modifier, an adverb modifier. Okay. So take the rhyme. How things happen, adverbs tell: slowly, quickly, badly, well. How things happen, adverbs tell means it. Adverbs are the verb modifiers mostly. It modifies a verb. So adverbs. Mostly adverbs modify the verbs. That's why the name. And examples of adverbs are slowly, quickly, badly, well. So how things happen, adverbs tell: slowly, quickly, badly, well. Okay. So adverbs as a modifiers of verbs, you see. Most of the adverbs are the verb modifiers. Okay. The example: the snail moves slowly. Slowly is the adverb because it modifies the verb moves. Okay. He walked the sun quickly. Quickly is the adverb of the verb walked. Why? Because it modifies the verb walked quickly. So it's the adverb, the modifier of a verb. Adverbs as modifiers of adjectives also. Radha is extremely beautiful. Beautiful is the adjective and extremely is the modifier of adjective beautiful. So extremely is the adverb here. The knife is very sharp. You will see sharp is the adjective and very is the adverb here. Because it qualifies, modifies the adjective sharp. Okay. The adverbs as the modifiers of another adverb. You see, why are you driving so fast? Fast is the word adverb and so is the modifier of past adverb. So is also another adverb. Devraj has done fairly well in the examination. Done well, and well is the modifier of a do verb. So well is the adverb, and fairly also modify the adverb well here. So fairly is the adverb. Here we have seen the adverbs as modifiers of another adverb. Okay. So let us discuss prepositions. A preposition is usually placed before a noun or a pronoun to stand its relation, so to show its relationship with the remaining parts of a sentence. Prepositions are the relation words, makes relationship between the nouns and other parts of the sentence. Take the rhyme. The preposition shows the relation as in the corner or at the station. The preposition, the relation word. And example is in is the example and at is also the example. The preposition shows the relation as in the corner or at the station. Take the example. The train runs on time. On is the preposition. The girl is fond of music. Of is the preposition because it is placed. You see preposition on is used placed before the noun time, and it makes the relationship between verb and noun. Fond of music, you see, of preposition is used before the noun music, and it relates, so the relationship between the verb and the noun, fond of music. Okay, so of, on are the examples of prepositions. Okay, so let us discuss the conjunctions. Conjunctions, you know, a conjunction is a word used to join words or sentences. Joining words. Conjunctions are the joining words. Take the rhyme. The conjunction combines in many ways sentences, words, phrases, and phrases. The conjunction combines in many ways are joining words. Sentences, words, phrases, and phrases. Okay. So take the example. He worked hard, yet he did not pass the examination. Yet is here the conjunction which joins two sentences. Okay. Although he is very poor, he is not very kind-hearted. Although is the conjunction because it joins two sentences. Call the doctor, otherwise the patient will die. Otherwise is the conjunction. It joins call the doctor, the patient will die. Two sentences. Okay. So let us discuss interjection. What is interjection? An interjection is the exclamation word, we can say. And the interjection cries out to hug. I need an exclamation mark. The interjection cries out to hug. I need an exclamation mark. Means the words that expresses sudden feelings of emotions like oh, ah, hooray, eureka, alas, hush, fee, oh, etc. are known as interjections. Examples: oh, you did it. How you did it. Oh, help me. Oh, how are the examples of interjection. Okay. So let us do the activity. Identify the parts of the sentence and name them. Columbus discovered America. You see, Columbus is the noun, the naming word. That is her bicycle. Here, that is her pronoun because it's the noun replacer. Okay. The weather is fine. Fine is here the adjective, noun qualifier. Qualifier of the noun weather. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. Here lovely, dark and deep are the adjectives because they are the qualifier of the woods. Self-help is the best help. Here is the verb. Okay, action is the verb. And Donna writes neatly. Here, neatly is the adverb because it modifies the verb writes. Okay, smoking is injurious to health. You see, to here is the preposition because it is used before the noun health, and really it makes the relationship between injurious the adjective to the noun. Okay, to is a preposition. Look before you leave. Before is the conjunction. You see two clauses are there. Look is a clause and you leave is another clause. And before is the joining word is the conjunction. Okay. Hooray! Our team on the match. Hooray! Our team on the match. Hooray! The interjection because it shows the feelings. I do not like it. I do not like it that much. I do not like it that much. Here, that is a adverb. Why? Because that here modifies much, much the quantifier. So this is a adverb. That is the one modifier of a much. I do not like it that much. So that is the modifier of much. So that is here adverb. Okay. So let us discuss the types of sentences. We know there are three types of sentences. A sentence consisting of one subject and one finite verb is a simple sentence. Example, Puri is famous for Lord Jagannath, New Delhi the capital of India, and Corona is a dangerous disease. Okay, tiger is a ferocious animal. These are sentences because a sentence consisting of one subject and one finite verb is a simple sentence. Okay. So compound sentence. A compound sentence is one in which there are more than one independent clauses. A clause joined which are joined by coordinating conjunctions. Example, you may go home or stay here. You may go which is independent clause. You may stay here is also another independent clause. And or is the coordinating conjunction. So this is compound sentence. You may go home or stay here. Okay. So then complex sentences. A complex sentence is one in which there is only one independent finite clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Okay. When the cat is away, the mice will play. The mice will play is the independent finite clause. And when the cat is away, the subordinate clause. So if one main clause is there, one or more independent clause is there, subordinate clause is there, so it is a complex sentence. Okay. So let us discuss the kinds of sentences. We know four kinds: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. First, let us discuss the declarative sentences or statements. Declarative sentences simply state facts or opinions. Take the example, it may rain today, the sky is blue. These are the examples of declarative sentences or statements. Okay. So let us discuss interrogative sentences. We know interrogative sentences are the questions. They are of two types, that is yes no questions and WS questions. Yes no questions: is he at home? Does he like sweets? Are the examples of yes no questions. WS questions examples: what is your father? Then let us discuss imperative sentences. We know imperative sentences. Wait a minute. Imperative sentence. Let us go on a picnic. Open the door. Sit down. Run. Stand up. Are the examples of imperative sentences. In an imperative sentence, the subject is normally you, not expressed. You see, in an imperative sentence, the subject is normally you, not expressed. This sentence expresses an order, a request, an advice, a command, a prayer, suggestion, warning, or good wishes. Okay. So let us discuss some exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences means what a splendid sight. Hooray, we won the match. So these are the exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence expresses a feeling of surprise, pain, disgust, or excitement. It is generally a sudden, short cry, mostly uttered without a subject and a predicate. Listen once again. An exclamatory sentence expresses a feeling of surprise, pain, disgust, or excitement. It is generally a sudden short or a short cry, mostly uttered without, mostly they are used without a subject and a predicate also. Okay, so I think we have discussed the types of sentences. Let us do the activity. Identify and name the kind of simple sentence. You know the simple sentences. 10 simple sentences are given and you have to name the kind of sentence. How naughty the boy is. Here this is an exclamatory sentence. Is he not serious at work? This is a question or interrogative sentence. Go there at once. This is a imperative sentence because a command order. Service to mankind is service to God. This is a declarative sentence. Cleanliness is next to good godliness. This is a declarative sentence. Drive carefully. This is an imperative sentence. Tea tastes better in a proper teacup. Tea tastes better in a proper teacup. This is a declarative sentence. What is the latest score? This is a question or interrogative sentence. Ah, what a misfortune! Ah, what a misfortune! This is an exclamatory sentence or exclamation. The cat ate my supper last night. This is a declarative sentence. Okay. I think you have read and you are clear. Thank you very much. Best of